All right.
Well, not always inside.
Maybe we'll.
It's a G spot. What do they say about it?
Well, maybe we'll have to talk about it.
You're listening to the podcast where we talk about life, sports, family, and everything in between. Welcome to Just Talking Out Loud with your hosts, Ron and Terry.
Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Ron.
And I'm Terry.
Oh, boy.
I was watching you play with your mic.
Well, it's just been, I told you, I don't know.
I know. We went and you
It
came
was way up
back
here.
and it was way above you. It was up to your eyeballs, and then it was all the way down to your stomach when you came back.
Well, I guess we should say to our friends and listeners, Happy November.
Happy November.
It's unbelievable.
I know. We only have one, couple months left, and we're done with this year.
And when you come back,
The years are going faster and faster.
we're
aren't
actually
they?
taping this a little early, and because Terry's going on a trip, and when she comes back, we'll talk about your trip, and then I'm hoping to have Matt and Stephanie and Ian on after
talk
their
about
trip, because they're going away here next
week.
And they're going to
Bermuda.
Is it Bermuda? Okay. So I'm excited because
Bermuda Islands,
they're
I
taking a
think.
train and they're doing it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that.
The train goes to transition. They're going to take the train to go hit the port to hit the boat. Then they're taking a cruise. And then they're coming back and hitting the train, and his brother's picking them up. We'll see.
We'll see how that.
I'm anxious to see
the train ride. I want to see how that whole dynamic.
Yeah.
I had a friend of mine, Danielle. She, I'll mention her name on the. She's been listening, and she was listening to the bidet one. She's I'm a little behind, and that's okay. It doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Doesn't matter whether you're up to date or not. I just appreciate
that you listen.
the listening, and I appreciate that very much. So welcome to November. We'll talk about this. Terry's kind of turned me into a peanut butter monster. This is National Peanut Butter Month.
November is.
Yes.
Ooh.
So,
well, then I'm going to have to do one of the pies with peanut butter in it.
Well, yeah, she made a pumpkin. Is it a cheesecake?
Yeah, it's got whipping cream, and it's a no bake though. It's the whipping cream and the
It was good.
cream cheese are whipped together, and then you
The caramel
refrigerate
about
it.
took my tooth out, but
I tried to melt
caramelized.
little caramel pieces, and they kind of caramelized like bricks.
It's funny we
Because
mentioned
then you
this
put it in the refrigerator, and that.
because it kind of ties into what I'd like to do at the end of the show. Is we're going to talk about what dentists say we do wrong with our teeth, besides eating very
Chewy caramel.
very chewy.
Or,
Well, it wasn't
or
chewy.
brick.
It was a brick. And then we were trying to figure
Well,
out.
once you suck on it a little bit, it goes into chewy
I love it when you
caramel
talk
again.
like that. So it's also Family Stories Month, National Adopt a Senior Pet Month. So I guess
Adopt
it's an older
a senior,
dog.
I think a senior pet. Oh, a senior pet.
A senior
an older
pet.
dog.
I think one of our favorite things too this time of month we've been eating. Actually been eating a lot of it. Sweet potatoes. It's Sweet Potato Awareness Month. So be aware of your sweet potato. That's some of the things. There's a whole bunch of them here. There's Spinach and Squash Month is November.
Well, I just made squash soup in October. Sorry, missed that one. And I'm gonna make spinach tomorrow. I got the spinach and mushrooms. Don't let me forget that I have spinach and mushrooms to make, because if I don't make it all, I need to freeze the spinach, or it'll be bad when I come back.
Yeah. Too bad. It's a good thing we don't use this show as you write things down, because we would be way behind. So if we listen to it when it comes out, that stuff would already be bad
Oh yeah.
by that time. And then this month, I'll have to document, because I believe that my colonoscopy is this month, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't have any insurance cards. So they never answered me today.
I'm so glad I did all mine. It's all
They
done.
never answered me about
They
the cards.
still never
No. Anyway, enough about that. So we're going to talk about that. Also, we're talking about the dentist and what you might be doing wrong. Also, what your belly button says about you. We'll talk about that. And
whether you have an innie or an outie. What if you have an innie, it goes in and then it comes back out?
It all means something.
Okay.
Then I have There's a map here somewhere.
What's
All
my
this-
little mole, my little freckle inside my belly button mean?
Do you have a mole inside your belly
Well,
button?
it's like a little freckle, more or less.
Yeah,
It's not raised. It's just like looks like a little black freckle.
I thought I had a paper here that says exactly how much money you need to retire.
Oh yeah, they say you need hundreds of thousands of dollars.
So we'll
And
do that.
Did I wait till we had hundreds of thousands of dollars to retire?
But we're going to start off with the G spot.
Okay.
This will make my mom really happy. She'll probably just fast forward this part. Surgeons say there is proof that the G spot is real. Surgeons find the delicate operation on the elusive zone meant to give women a lot of mind-blowing orgasms can actually kill their sex life. So there's actually an operation that
It
women
can kill their sex
Yes,
life?
'cause-
Because they
Well,
do
here's-
something in surgery on
yeah,
it.
here's what happens. So
I wouldn't want it cut, that's for sure.
well, what
Ow.
happens is there's a procedure, and the procedure is to repair a prolapse of the anterior vaginal wall, which when the muscles weaken, it causes the bladder to drop into the vagina's front wall.
Yeah.
So they do this
They
operation.
sew your bladder up sometimes.
And
for that, too.
they do this operation. They're finding out later after they did a survey after these women had this done that they noted it may damage the erotica zone.
So a lot of women would elect not to have it done then because
Well-
they don't enjoy sex afterwards.
Yeah, they said that they have. It says here, participants were quizzed on their experience afterwards, before surgery, and then 6 months after, because that's how long it took to heal. And it said that it showed the patient's desire did not change and the arousal didn't change, but there was a drop in, they weren't able to achieve frequency, orgasm, because of the operation. But there is truth behind the G spot, even though we can't find it. Some men just never get the chance to see their woman shaking and rattling and rolling like we'd like them to, knock their socks off. But yeah, the surgery itself
Well, that
proved
makes
to them.
sense. I mean, I've heard of older women having their, and I've always worried that I may have to have that because I've always had bladder problems. It runs in my mom's side of the family, You
Yeah.
laugh too hard and you wet. You sneeze and you wet. Yeah.
Yeah, you've done that.
Oh, yeah.
You've had that.
I have that problem, but I don't think my bladder's actually dropping out of me. It's weak, and whenever you sneeze, you better find a chair or you might be wet.
Yeah, that was one of the Raymond episodes.
Mm-hmm.
She pees a little when she laughs.
Yeah.
And that's been something you've have at.
Oh, I can full blown wet my pants.
Yeah, if you get a good hearty
If,
laugh.
if I'm held down and not let go to the bathroom.
We got to start wearing diapers now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I might have to too pretty soon.
I've had to do it as a kid. I mean,
So let's go from the G spot to energy boosting items that will help you energize all day. So I have 4 things that you can do, that you can eat, that will energize you all day long. It starts in the morning. And here's the list. And here's the number one thing on the list is the most difficult for me. Now, I think you've had this. I think. And if I say this, you'll know what it is. Your dad really liked it. It was an odd, I guess it's a meat. Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, it's
sausage?
It's something that no one would really eat, I don't think, unless they had to. I mean, your dad used to eat. He didn't eat it a lot, but it's a liver.
Oh,
Liver. Your dad used
Yeah.
to eat that,
yeah. My mom used to make liver and onions.
but because it's packed with B12, liver is a really good way to energize your day. But liver, I mean, come on.
Liver
That's
and
starting-
onions is good.
I know, but there's no way I could do liver.
For breakfast, so they want you to have it for
Well,
breakfast.
Oatmeal and eggs are on the list, and that's breakfast. So, liver for breakfast?
Yeah, I guess
mean-
liver and eggs.
Oatmeal is on the list. It's fiber, obviously.
But they're saying fiber doesn't make you go now.
They don't? It doesn't?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
What
now.
makes you go?
I don't know.
Oh. Eggs, because that's the protein source. Eggs are really good for you. And berries.
Yeah, blueberries are excellent for you.
You know, if you have a sweet tooth, berries are really a good thing to really grab onto because they're the lowest sugar fruits and also have antioxidant properties. Raspberries, blueberries, strawberries are great choices. And that, we've talked about that before.
I've been having a smoothie in the morning.
Have you put, berries?
I put pineapple, mango. Sometimes I put strawberries or blueberries in there and half a banana.
Oh, okay.
And ginger root.
And some ginger? Okay.
That's what I've been having in the morning. And I've been putting a little bit of yogurt in it for more protein.
A good smoothie. I was doing this intermittent fasting. Now I'm not even sure if I've been with work and the way the food. Oh my gosh.
Your work has food constantly.
Oh man, it's amazing. I don't weigh 500 pounds. I'm getting close. I think sometimes I feel that way, even though I don't look it. Someone thought I was young though today. They thought I was someone that didn't really know how old I was. Someone else they were talking to.
You're
just
almost
turned,
completely white-haired.
just turned 60, and they were talking about, well, who else in our group is the closest, and Sean had said, well, Ron, and Steve Clusey went to Avella. His family's all from Avella, went to Avella, and he says Ron's not that old.
But you and Joe are the same age, aren't you? You graduated.
I'm 1 month older than Joe.
Oh, well, so.
July, August.
Okay.
He's 27th, I'm 22nd.
Okay.
So 1 month apart. But I'm old.
So they didn't
I got
think
2
you
more
were
years.
almost, yeah.
No, that was nice. He said, "Oh, there's no way. He looks good," which I appreciate that. But, I don't know. I thought the white hair would give it away, but apparently it doesn't. I wonder if the kids would want to do the Santa Claus thing. We're having a Santa Claus breakfast.
Oh.
And you take pictures with
Maybe,
the kids.
yeah, we'll have to ask
Joe
them.
is actually Santa Claus. So
We'll have to ask
it's
them.
December 9th. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
So if
Yeah,
they want
if they want to do it,
they want to come in, they can have breakfast.
I have my little
pictures.
elf outfit.
Yeah, you do. You can have pictures with Santa, and then they give what it is. You have to bring a toy. It's for Toys for Tots.
Okay.
So you bring a toy in, and then
Well, we can buy a toy.
so we can do. Yeah, that's no problem. But anyway, all right. So I'm sorry. We're actually having discussion on air.
Yeah.
Amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can join us anytime you want, ladies and gentlemen. But okay, let's get on with some of the subjects. If I were going to tell you if I ask you, what home improvements do you think makes the highest return on your investment? Now, one of these, very surprising, but if I were to say to you, Terry, you want to redo
Kitchen.
Okay, kitchen.
An updated kitchen and an updated bathroom.
Okay, so kitchen brings back 72%.
Oh yeah, I would say
your
the
house.
kitchen is the best. That's number one, right?
No.
It's not.
No, you might be surprised what number 1 is because I was shocked. Number 2 is, well, actually, no. Bathroom is number 3 at 60%. So you got 2
So
and
kitchen, I got 2 and 3.
2 and 3. Yeah. Actually, no. I'm sorry. I'm wrong again because it has it numbered, and apparently I can't read. Kitchen is number 2. Bathroom is number 5 on this list. So there's 5. So you got 2 and 5. What do you think
The 1,
3, and 4 could
are.
be?
1,
So you
3,
said
and
kitchen,
4.
you said bathroom.
A deck.
Deck is number 4.
Okay, deck
Brings
is
back
number 4.
66% on your
Yeah, a lot of people
home
like an
investment.
outside space.
Well, I was thinking that because you
Or a
love those
patio.
wraparound deck,
yes,
wraparound porches.
yeah.
so.
I would love, like, if I expanded where our deck is.
Yeah,
Then I would have to put a bigger deck on the back of the house.
Right.
Again.
yeah.
When I win the millions, I'm
when we hit the millions.
because I'm gonna put a bathroom outside where it would be on the inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that people don't have to trek through my house.
Through the house, yeah.
And then I'm gonna put the kitchen, expand the kitchen, And then I'm going to put a longer deck like it was the first time. Was the first time it was like halfway through the house.
It was all the way to our bedroom
window.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember where that is because we have the addition on, but
yeah,
it was long. It was a long deck. We played hockey on that thing.
Yeah.
So you got number 2, which is kitchen. You got number 4, which is build a deck, and you got number 5,
which is
bathroom. What do you think 1 and 3 is? I'm going to tell you something. 1 is very surprising.
Cement of some kind, like
no
paving driveways or a patio.
Let me give you a hint on number 3. How do I give you a hint on them without giving it away?
A family room or finishing the
No,
basement.
it's part of the house. It's a main
bedroom.
No.
Master bedroom.
On the if you just think of the exterior.
Oh, the siding.
No.
The roof.
No.
Gutters. Porch. A porch.
The window.
Oh, windows. Oh, okay. Windows around.
Windows.
Well, you know why? Because windows, if you've got cracked windows, it lets a lot of air in.
Well, depending on how old the house is.
And that's one of the first things we did on this house.
We replaced the windows.
It had vinyl windows, but they were all cracked.
No, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they were that steel, and we changed over to vinyl. Remember that hard steel that was like
I don't know, but they were cracked around there, and you could feel the air come in where the cracks were. So whatever they were supposed to be very good windows, but they did not hold up.
Yeah, windows is number 3. And the number 1 thing, that's 68% of your investment for your house. So if you're going to do home improvement, this is really, really shocks me. It really does. The number 1 thing
air
to
conditioning?
really help improvement with return on your investment.
But it's not full house
is
air
a garage door. 94%.
A new garage door.
The garage door. I don't, but 90, they say that's.
Our garage doors are newer, so why would you replace them?
Well, I guess it just, I don't know.
We have replaced them. They were wooden, and now they're what?
Yeah, now they're that.
Vinyl, or I don't know what they are.
Funky.
We've replaced ours, though, because ours were wooden with windows in them, which I kind of missed that window in there. Even in the middle of the day, you have to turn the light on to go into the garage and see something.
You can't see.
When you had those windows, you could go in and just grab a broom or something,
You definitely can't see for sure. Yeah, there's no doubt. But I thought garage door was really.
So number 1 was what? Garage door.
Okay, number 1 was garage door.
Number 2 was kitchen.
Number 2 was kitchen.
Number 3 was windows. Number 4 was
the deck,
and number 5 was a bathroom.
Yeah. See, to me, and I'm with you, is I do look at the windows and stuff, but the kitchen, I would love to have a bigger kitchen. And
our
the bathrooms,
kitchen is tiny, though.
Yeah, and the bathrooms are.
But we got through 3 kids plus multiple foster kids coming through this house with a tiny kitchen
and 1 bathroom.
Oh yeah, Well,
for the longest time, we only had 1 bathroom.
What about partway through the foster kids? We put the second bathroom on.
We had to put it because we can't. With our house,
1999 is that when we put the bathroom on?
I think so.
We had to actually put an addition on to put the bathroom because it cost less to do that than it was going to cost us to run a sub pump up to the sewage from the basement.
Yeah, our
put a bathroom
sewage line runs above.
So that's what would cost me if I wanted to put a bathroom down here.
Well, there's no really. Where we put? Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why I thought it would be easier if you put it like you're pouring a new foundation. Put a sub pump right in there, right to the sewer line right there. That's what I was thinking. It would be easier to do while you're putting it on. You know what I mean? Than it would. But it would probably be another $20,000 or more just for that part.
Not having a bathroom in your basement is kind of a pain, but we've gotten through it with all the kids we had and the foster kids that we've done.
And the way we put the addition on, we have so you go up the stairs and right into that room to use the restroom.
I don't know if we've ever talked about foster care and some of the kids. We've never. I do sometimes feel sad that we haven't been able to connect with some of them. To see.
other
we
friends
had,
of ours have adopted kids
yeah.
that they had for foster
We just never,
care.
yeah. I don't want to say we didn't. We love those kids that come in there. We tried to do the best we could for them. It just, I don't know. We just we had Tiffany for she was one of the longer ones we had for the. I think she was here for a while.
I think she did well because of Zach.
Yeah, having someone younger to kind of look under or look after.
Zachary tells me now that he was very confused. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, he says he was
Zachary
confused
says
with
he was
the
very confused about
kids
he
coming
had a
in and
sister
out.
and then he didn't have a sister. And he was very confused with that. But I didn't realize he was confused.
Yeah, I don't even.
I mean, when he was
he was
2
only
or 3, he said,
he was young.
he would say, because Tiffany lived next door, and he'd say, Tiffany Work or Tiffany Pierce Franks.
Yeah.
And he knew her name was different than ours.
Right.
But he called her Franks too.
Yeah.
I mean, he called her last name and then her.
And then her art.
So I don't know how I missed that he was confused. And then someone at school, I guess, apparently in like first or second grade asked him if he had sisters. He goes, well, I used to have a sister. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So he was.
They're like, what, you gave her away? What happened?
Yeah, well,
What-
she moved away. Yeah, she
you know.
moved. And yeah.
Yeah, it would be. I think it would be confusing. He was so young, even though we told them, he probably just didn't understand
Yeah.
the whole foster care type thing, you know?
And
That
he
could
did
be.
get attached. I know she was the one he was very attached
Yeah.
to. So maybe he really did. I don't remember him crying when she left.
No, I don't think.
But we thought she was going away for the weekend and then she never came back or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I think it's it's a learning experience. It's it's heartbreaking. I will tell you that with doing
in
foster
most
care.
of the ones that came into our house, we knew we weren't going to have the opportunity
No.
to adopt.
Right.
So I
there was
always
family
felt
involvement.
like I always took it like I was watching my
We-
sister's kids while
yeah.
she had surgery.
We were
she had a
just-
major surgery, or
Yeah.
she was going to have a 6 to 12 week, bout of something, and I'm taking care of them. And that's
Yeah. We
how
were just kind of
I always
watching them for
dealt with it.
But she was here she was here, what, 6 months, 8 months, or younger than that?
Oh,
Or was it years?
no,
It wasn't years.
She came. She
I
went
don't
on
know.
vacation with us.
Yeah. Well, so did.
She was here for his birthday and Christmas.
Was it Michael? No. What was his name? Blonde hair.
Yeah, we had we had a Michael. For
He
a
was
while.
here for a vacation. He went on somewhere with us.
Yes,
Yeah. To the beach, I think. Didn't he?
That was.
I don't know. Anyway, all right, we're getting way off.
Yeah.
I don't even know why I brought it up, but we've never talked about it. Maybe we'd have to do a podcast on the foster care, how we got involved, and all of your friends also.
We had
got
a Michael
involved.
that was blonde, but he didn't go on vacation with us.
Well, maybe it's not Michael then.
No, it wasn't. It was
David.
Yeah.
David. That's what it was. That's his name, David. But I do sometimes think
He was
about
from
wonder
out of
where
LA or-
did we make any impression? I don't. We didn't have a lot of them for very long.
Yeah, some of them we only had for a week or two, and then they had a court hearing and went
It's
to
just-
someone else or went back home.
It's just so scary because the kids would either have to have the lights on because whatever situation they were in, and it's heartbreaking. It is
Yeah.
heartbreaking, some of the
Michael
situations.
was one
you know.
that cried all night, and
Yeah.
it just broke my heart. And
Yeah.
he would not let me, because we were the third or fourth home he was in. He would not let me console him at
Yeah.
all, because I just think he felt like he didn't want to get attached to someone else who was going to leave his life.
Yeah.
And he was so heartbroken that the last foster home didn't keep him,
Yeah.
that he would not let me console him at all.
It's stuff like that it's how these poor kids are.
And I wouldn't push
Shuffled around.
myself on him.
And there's a lot of things I can get into, but I'm not going to, because I'd like to think that most foster parents have the kids
At heart. Yeah.
number one. That they take care of that's what I'd like to think. I've seen different things, but that's for another podcast. It's just, to me,
And the other
it's
thing
sad.
is, like, we did it to the point where until we thought it might affect our kids.
Yeah.
Like if you take one that's so troubled that you feel that it's going to affect your kids, when do you cross that line and say, okay, this could affect my kids, because what if this kid hurts himself in front of my kid, or you know what I mean?
Or tries to hurt somebody.
Or,
but
yeah.
we never had that, thankfully.
But I didn't take someone back because of that.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't give me more services. And they were upset with me. Well, how do you know about those services?
Right.
Well, I've been doing this a while. Plus, I had a brother that had lots of problems. So I knew there were services out there. And they're like, well, you know, our psychiatrist system and our mental health system at that time said one trip to something wasn't enough to get like a wraparound service. And I'm like, and then I found out later that that child had been in services before. So that wasn't just a one and done. Here, the aunt or the mother or someone had had him in services before because he got right into. But so I was right to ask for that. And they just acted like, well, he didn't need that much help.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know why I got started on that. I don't know what brought it up.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I just kind of something brought up
but
today.
But that
I
is
don't know.
something. I
think it's all
if
this
people
stuff.
are willing, that is something to look in for. There's a lot of agencies that'll help you with it, so you're not on your own.
Yeah, we had an agency
that helped
us.
Yes.
But they were out of
Greensburg,
right?
Yeah.
Because we had to go up 2230 and whatever. Or whatever that is, 30.
But that agency gave me any training.
They did. We had lots of trainings.
And they would give me training like online if there was any, for like if they had a disability or a mental health problem or anything like that. They would help me with any of that.
I don't even know if that is still.
I don't know if that agency is still doing it.
Used to be at Delphi Village. I don't know if they're still in business or doing, I don't know.
I know they're still around because it's Adelphi.
They do?
But I don't know about, what all they do.
We did it for what? 8 years?
10 years, close.
10?
Yeah, 8 to 10 years. Yeah.
So, a lot. We had some, we started out with an adult, well, I shouldn't say an adult, but
a teen
she
mother.
was a teen mother and
we did 2 teen mothers, and then they changed the rules on us.
And that was tough because he was a biter, and Zachary was young. He didn't really have a lot of, what do I want to say? What's the word? He didn't have, he wasn't really disciplined. I mean, she tried.
Yes.
It's like it's a kid raising a kid, basically. And he was cute, though. He was a cute kid.
He was a cute kid.
Yeah. But you just kind of wonder how is he doing?
And then the teen compared him to Zachary, which Zachary was not a normal little kid. And my RJ nor my Zachary, they both did things so early.
Yeah, he was kind of developmental.
They both walked and talked very early, which made it look like hers was behind, but hers wasn't behind. Mine was ahead. Yeah. I mean, they both walked and talked very early, so it didn't. And you would tell her, no, he's not behind because, my middle one didn't talk till he was nearly 3.5,
Yeah. All right, I don't know how I got on that, but I did, and that kind of threw me off. So we'll come back. Yeah, I mean, it's just, we'll come back. We'll talk about your belly button. We'll forget all this other stuff. We'll do belly button, dentist, and that'll probably be it.
Okay.
Well, so when we come back, we'll find out what your belly button says about you. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. So you want to start a podcast. Maybe you're listening to the show today and you're thinking to yourself, boy, that would be fun. And I have a lot of things I want to talk about. Maybe today is the day. Maybe you're looking for a new marketing channel, or you have a message that you'd like to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show. Now, it is a lot of fun just talking to your friends. Maybe you have ideas about sports, life, or whatever your passion is. today's the day. Podcasting is easy, it's inexpensive, and it's a fun way to expand your reach online. And where should you go? Buzzsprout. It's hands down the easiest, and it's the best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. And your show, believe it or not, can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories in minutes, like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcast, and you wouldn't believe how many more there are. And they make it simple to join all of them. Podcasting is not hard when you have the right partners, and Buzzsprout is the team to join. They are passionate about your success. You can join over 1,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout. We're one of them. We've been on Buzzsprout from the beginning, and I'm so glad I joined up. I had a little bit of an issue, emailed a customer service rep, and they got back to me within 5 minutes, and they had me calm down. It wasn't that hard, and what I was doing was my fault. So here's all you got to do. Click on the link in the show notes. It tells Buzzsprout we sent you. You can support our show, and if you get a paid plan, you get a $20 gift certificate from Amazon. Now, here's some other things that Buzzsprout provides. Like, you get a great looking podcast website. Now, a lot of people think, oh, I got to get a website, got to pay for that. No, you don't. They provide it for you. Also, they have audio players. Maybe you have a website. All you want to do is promote your show on your own website. You can do that with their audio players. And you can also drop it into other websites and on Facebook or Twitter, and they help you do it all. Believe me, Buzzsprout is the way to go. They've helped me immensely, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. So maybe today is a day for you to start your podcast. And if you do, check out the link below in the show notes and get a $20 Amazon gift card. So science is hard at work, obviously seeking out cures for cancer, trying to make some big major medical advancements. They do make medical advancements. I mean, there's things they do today, that things we don't even know about, that they're doing and trying. So
I mean, I've had the 3 back surgeries that
I'm sure that's changed.
Would have.
You know what I mean?
Like my dad's day, when I said I was having back surgery, I was one of the first ones with a micro discectomy, and my dad was like, "Oh no, they can't do that. You'll never walk again." That's in his day. That's what a back surgery was. You never,
Yeah. I remember we went to was that Allegheny General?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we went to Allegheny General, and the doctor walked in. I'm thinking, he's younger than I am.
No, he was. And we were young. I was 25 when I had my first one.
I mean, he looked like a kid, like Doogie Howser when he walked in. And then he said, well, we're going to do this tomorrow. It was tomorrow. It was the next day.
No,
wasn't it?
We were there on a Thursday and we did it on Tuesday.
Well, it wasn't that far off.
But
really.
we had to have all the testing done that day to be in on Tuesday.
Yeah. So
it was
that
an
was the first
all-day
one.
thing, and your uncle took us.
Yeah. God bless him. He's because I can't stand him. I ended up having to drive through Pittsburgh, but that was Nathan and RJ were young, right?
Yeah, Nathan.
When you had your first back surgery,
turned 2 right afterwards. Nathan was only at 1.5 years, almost 2. I had the surgery in February, and he turned 2 in April.
So. They do a lot of, I mean, like it's even that microdiscectomy, that was so new. In fact, your chiropractor ended up wanting, he was fantastic.
He found the surgeon.
He found him. He was there.
Oh, he was the last person
the whole
I
time.
Saw. Mm-hmm.
And you didn't.
And I was supposed to be in.
Yeah, you didn't go till
10
late.
or 11 in the morning, and I didn't get there at 7 at night. Is when I went downstairs.
And you didn't get out till like 11.
Something.
So, yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. So all these science, how they updating things, the research. Well, the latest research delved into the unknown and mysterious world of the belly button. So they're studying your navel, and I think Fenn likes to lift up his shirt and show you his belly
that's
button.
because his mom was pregnant, and they took them pictures of them lifting their shirts.
Okay, so apparently. By studying the navel, they can learn a lot about you. Like, for instance, you're a hottie. Some belly buttons are sexier than others. And that's been backed up by science. University of Helsinki, the researchers say...
nasty if you...
say we tend to like navels that are T-shaped or oval and vertical with a little hooding. Now, I don't know exactly. I'm trying to think. So you got
in other words, an
T-shaped.
innie.
Which, yeah, I think it is an innie. T-shaped or oval. Could be one or the other. Or vertical. Oh, mine's all screwed up because of my surgery. Because now I have this big
Purple
scar.
mark. Yeah, but it doesn't touch it.
Yeah, well, it's right, runs right along it, right above it.
You have a sexy belly button, I think.
What?
Isn't it an innie?
Yeah, but that's not what they're saying.
Yeah, they are. It's oval.
They're saying oval.
Yeah,
I know,
it's oval.
but that's
It's
not,
oval.
that ain't sexy.
And it's an innie.
You're a hairy dude. Just about anyone can have belly button lint, but research has shown that the ladies are a lot more likely to be lint-free than the gentlemen.
Yeah,
have any
because
lint
we
in your
pay
belly
attention.
button?
We pay attention to these things.
Well, yeah, maybe it doesn't build up lint. I haven't checked mine. I might have there might be a monster in there for all I know.
I don't know. See, mine is going this way.
Yeah, yours is more vertical. But, no, you didn't have...
But you know why it's
You had
vertical? Because I had...
You had surgery.
Yeah. When they did my tubal. See, you can
Yeah.
see the scar right there.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So anyway,
So I don't remember if it was vertical before that.
guys have hairy belly buttons. Women do not. An Australian study that actually looked at lint samples
That's gross.
from 5,000 people resulted in a not too flattering profile for lint individuals. A slightly overweight middle-aged male with a hairy abdomen. Why would that be? Because lint is created in part by the abrasive action of belly button hair on clothing fibers. So if you're all hairy and I guess your shirts are kind of tight, kind of
Yeah,
makes
but then if it
makes
didn't
some
get
lint.
rinsed out in a while, or if it got wet, would it get moldy in there?
Moldy belly button. You think you can have a moldy belly
Yeah, it
button?
was the lint.
Now I'm really self-conscious about my belly button.
If the lint got wet,
How's it getting wet? It's not wet. You're not doing a wet T-shirt party.
well, you sweat, or
Well-
you got in the shower and you didn't clean it out.
It says if you bought new undershirts, like T-shirts, they generate more belly button lint than old ones do. Apparently, old clothing doesn't generate
As
any
much
lint at all. You're pregnant. Your innies tend to stay innies. Outies. So if you have an outie, it's an outie. But see,
Seemed at the end popped out no matter what.
that's what
though.
I thought because your
'Cause
belly.
yeah, at the very end when that baby got hard.
I
when
couldn't
you're-
remember if
when
Lauren
you're-
had an
when-
innie or an outie, but I'll tell you what. After this last baby, it was an outie. No offense, Lauren, but
It was an
I mean, it
outie
was-
at the end.
it was-
At the very
it was
end
like
when she
when
was
the turkey's done, it was
it
popped.
Yeah.
But pregnancy can cause navels to change shape. The belly button often returns to its usual shape after birth. But it just said it could change shape. It's crowded in here. Human skin is teeming with bacteria, and what's true for other
See, bacteria.
parts of the body is also true for the belly button. Believe it or not, researchers have found 1,400 different strains of bacteria lurking in the human navel.
Oh God, we'll get to clean that out more.
If you're in the mainstream, you got an innie. You're in the majority. 90% of humans have innies. So I was thinking about Fenn. Does he have an innie or an outie?
Mine goes in then comes back out, kind of.
I'm thinking, well, I have the hood. Is that the hood?
I don't know.
That might be the hood. But I mean, does Fenn have an outie?
I don't know.
He always shows you our belly. He's always pulling his
I
shirt
know,
up.
it's always pulling. I don't know. I don't.
I'm not trying to think if it. I don't know.
Guess
so
we don't pay too
now I
much
gotta-
attention, do we?
Not. I guess not. Well, I got to pay more attention about my belly button lint and make sure there's no mold or mildew going
or
on in
any
there.
bacteria.
You said bacteria. Yeah, you caused that one by saying bacteria. Now you,
I said mold and mildew,
You got
but
me
they
thinking.
said bacteria, and I'm like, ooh, bacteria. That's
I really
mold
didn't
and
get any
mildew.
of that, like what it told me about myself.
It didn't. What is it? It didn't say.
I mean, it didn't
anything.
really. It just says. It said you're pregnant.
It could change.
Innies stay innies, outies stay outies. Well, okay, and then the belly button changes obviously because the belly's getting bigger, and then it's crowded. That means there's bacteria in the belly button, and then it said your hairy belly button lint. It just doesn't. The whole
I
thing
thought it
just
was
doesn't
going to
make.
tell me my personality.
That's what
or
I
something.
thought. It was going to say if you had any with this and that, you were a high spirited.
Yeah.
If you had
More adventurous person.
right something like that, and it didn't do that.
No, it didn't tell me what I wanted.
So
to
I
know.
may have to redo that whole thing and
look
have
up.
another
Mm-hmm.
do a little more research and find out if it says if you have this belly button, then you're more likely to to be a rich person. If you have this belly button, you're more likely to be a stripper. I don't know, but I got to figure out what all that. Figure
You
out
have
what
an
that is.
adventurous career.
Yeah. Oh, that's adventurous. So Terry's retired now, although she really hasn't finished anything that she's supposed to finish. But she's waiting. So she said she's
I
waiting.
will by the time this airs.
I don't know. Because you'll be gone for a week. So you got
Well,
to remember
tomorrow
that too.
I'm getting on that. First thing in the morning.
So they talked about
I have to actually be home.
I know. We've mentioned this before about how much you need to retire. And this map has state by state how much it would cost to actually live comfortably in that state. Okay. So for Pennsylvania, it says, it'll cost, if you live in Hawaii, it costs you twice amount to live in Hawaii than it does Mississippi.
Oh, I understand.
I mean, Mississippi, come on. Hawaii,
Hawaii
of
is
course
expensive.
it's going to cost more. In fact, it's $81,796. I don't know if that's if you have to have that money per year.
I don't.
There's no way. Unless you've got some money. The average annual cost of retirement across all 50 states is about $68,000. Assuming inflation 3%,
I never made
you
that.
need $3.5 million. But $64,000.
$3.5 million.
Yeah. We should have hit the lottery with those billions.
I know, but $3.5 million.
It's just not. I mean, with the way healthcare
I don't
is,
know what people's standard of living is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I went ahead and retired, but if something happened to you, and
You'd have to go back
move-
to work.
I would be willing to move
Well,
into
no,
a
I should-
smaller apartment. Like
That's not true because the house would be paid for. You have enough life insurance on me to.
pay for
So you
the
might
house.
be able to just come up with insurance the taxes,
I'd probably have to cut back
insurance,
on some
but
things.
yeah,
Taxes and insurance.
you're still going to get money. I mean, it's not like you're not going to get
Yeah.
any money, but it just won't be the same.
And I wouldn't need two vehicles then. So
No, you wouldn't need it. So, before we get into the dentist, let's find out what's not illegal but should be. What's something that you think should be, that's not illegal, but you think you're a jerk if you do this? Okay, so this is what the internet says.
throwing your McDonald's bag in our yard when you go around the corner.
Well, that's one of them, but it's not on here. But yeah, that's a good one. It's not
Littering.
It's not illegal, but should be. Talking in movie theaters during the movie.
Yeah, that's annoying sometimes.
It is annoying, especially if you're on your phone.
Has your phone ever went off? Like my phone's on silent, but
Well, you take it outside.
Yeah,
Trip over the 14 people you got to go through
to get out.
to get out down the stairs and around the bend.
But if someone had an emergency while you're in a movie, it's not like they're gonna,
Yeah, but I think they're just talking. Just having if you're on your first date, that's really not a good first date.
No.
To me, because
A
you need
movie?
to talk. Yeah, because that's when you get to know each other. If you're watching a movie,
You don't get to know.
you're not
what
really
the-
talking,
yeah.
or are you talking during the movie? Some other things that's not illegal but should be leaving your shopping cart in a parking space and not returning it to the corral. You know how many people just are
and then
too
it
lazy
takes off because the
walk
wind
across.
blows and it takes off and it bangs into someone's car and dents it.
Yeah, 20 feet to just walk over and, think of that as steps. You're getting getting closer to the 10,000 steps. Terry's looking at her steps right now. I bet she has 4,820.
4,931.
Man, that's pretty good. That's because you're in the kitchen all day. Some other things that's not illegal but should be listening to music without headphones. So you got your, this is blaring it. You're just walking through whatever.
Yeah, but I'm.
Cranking music at places where people would like to enjoy nature, like if you're on a hike at the beach. I don't mind music on the beach, to be honest. People have done that. Take a radio. I don't mind that. But these people don't like it. Or at a campsite. So whatever.
If I was camping, I probably would like it.
And finally, having your phone on speaker mode in public. Really don't want to hear your conversations. You know what I mean? That's why they have the earbuds. You can put the earbuds in.
I talk in my watch. So.
You do talk in your watch. That is true. A new survey, coffee drinkers. I don't know. Do we do this one? I want to do this one. Okay, coffee drinkers. 4 in 5 got out of bed just for coffee. That's the reason why they got it. That is what motivates them to get out of bed, the idea of drinking coffee. And the average coffee drinker drinks 460 cups of coffee per year. I would think some of that might be even higher.
Oh,
some people drink coffee all day long.
I know.
Some people drink cold coffee like your dad used to do.
Iced coffee was so gross.
I know.
But not like a cappuccino, not like these
sweet not like today.
Drinks that they do now with the whipped cream and the everything in it. He drank black.
Yeah, iced coffee. And he put ice cubes in it.
And no sugar.
No sugar, yeah.
No cream, no nothing. Just black iced coffee.
Your dad, I would consider a man's man.
Oh, yeah.
That was your dad.
Put hair on your chest.
There was a man that had some hair on his chest, on his back,
on his legs,
he was so everywhere.
He was grizzly.
Because the kids saw Grandpa would wear shirts like eating dinner with a bear, Yogi Bear. But he was a man's man. I mean, he really was big, burly, used to wrestle. Just, and drink that iced coffee. All right, we're going to talk about the dentist and what we're doing wrong at the dentist. But first, a dentist in Georgia earned the Guinness Book of World Records because he has a collection of, what do you think he has a collection of? A dentist.
Teeth.
Yes. No, not teeth. It has to do with teeth, but it's not teeth.
Fillings.
No, it's toothpaste. He has 2,037 different toothpaste tubes from all over. He's got them from Japan, Korea, China, India, Russia. He started his collection in 2001.
Did he go there and visit to get them?
Yeah, I guess so. He said he started the collection in 2001 because he wanted to learn more about available toothpaste, is what he was trying to do, that's on the market, and see what is, what he liked, what was good for, for your teeth. He realized that he liked it. He liked it as a hobby. And some of the most unusual tubes he has is a whiskey-flavored tube in rye. That's an actual toothpaste flavor, whiskey-flavored tubes in rye, Scotch, and bourbon varieties. And then he also has, they all contain 3% alcohol, by the way, these toothpaste. Another entry is the wasabi-flavored toothpaste. Wasabi. I don't know, that'd be really, to me.
And are they opened, like you tried them, or no?
See, I always brush my tongue. Mm-hmm. You brush your tongue?
Yeah.
And it almost like gags you. You ever do it?
I don't do it that far back.
I really try to scrub so I can't imagine having wasabi.
On your tongue, scrubbing it
Well,
in.
just on your, you'd have bad breath.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah, that's why they put mint in the toothpaste, to make your breath better.
Yeah. I mean, that's, I mouthwash and then I brush my teeth. And then something that I wish I had done.
brush my teeth and then I mouthwash.
You do it, but I do it the other way. You brush your teeth, mouthwash. I brush.
Because I brush peroxide mouthwash.
You got me all messed up. You brush your teeth and mouthwash. I mouthwash and brush my teeth. I do it backwards. And then I do which I wish I had done as a kid, floss.
I do floss.
Wish I had done more as flossing. That's what I wish.
I brush floss. And
all right, let me get my computer here. We're going to talk about the dentist. See, we're on dentist. I am not a big fan of dentist. I will admit that. And
you've always hated.
I've always hated the dentist, and I'm wishing now that I didn't have that because I hate You know how I hate my teeth. I hate my teeth. I hate my looks in general, but that's just the worst. So I would implore you, and I'm going to try and teach this to Fenn and Beckett, is to not fear the dentist. Go to the dentist, take care of your teeth, and they'll take care of you. When you have
you have healthy teeth though. It's just crooked.
When you have healthy chompers, people notice.
But I remember you told Zach he was getting braces whether he wanted it or not.
Yes. And he did, and now I think he's happy he did.
Yeah.
And I wish I had.
He didn't want them.
Because my brother got them later on in life. And I've always said, I'm going to do it, and then I just don't. Okay, so this is what the dentist says, that we are making mistakes. We're doing things wrong when it comes to
brushing
and all this stuff with our teeth. So mistake number one, brushing your teeth too aggressively. So if you're really digging,
I'm really trying to teach.
And but he's so young. It's I think a lot of it is. He said that it's good to thoroughly brush your teeth to remove the food and bacteria, but he said make sure you're not brushing too hard or aggressively, and this applies to both the manual and then also the electric toothbrushes. He said the bristle tips that do the cleaning if you apply too much pressure, causes them to spray out. So if you're really putting a lot of pressure, I think it's more like pressure.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying just use the tips of the toothbrush. And I guess later on, I bet it says changing your toothbrush. Oh. I would imagine that's coming up too. So you don't want to brush your teeth too aggressively.
Okay.
So if you hear me and they're going, you're like mad, I'll tell you to stop if you do it too. Number 2, rinsing with water immediately after you brush your teeth. Now, I did hear that it's actually not a good thing to rinse your mouth out. It's better to keep the toothpaste. You take the brush and you put water, I think, and you rinse, but it's better not to rinse with water because it said that the fluoride in the toothpaste actually helps your teeth by keeping it on your teeth. Let's see what he says. Fluoride, sorry. In order for the fluoride in the toothpaste to be effective, it needs to sit on your teeth for 2 minutes after brushing and not be washed away by water. This allows the ingredients in the toothpaste, such as fluoride, enough time to help strengthen the enamel and then also combat cavities. I thought I read that before, that is something not to do, is rinse out right after, but I do it anyway. Oh man, this is one for you. You ready? Mistake number 3, using mouthwash after you brush your teeth. It says you shouldn't rinse with mouthwash immediately after brushing. This washes away the concentrated fluoride toothpaste that is left on your teeth, thereby weakening its benefits. He advises wait a couple minutes after rinsing your mouth with water after brushing. Then you could do it. I just do it before.
Well, because I use the whitening mouthwash, and it's peroxide, and I use it in the back of my throat to get all that congestion out of my throat.
Well, can't you do it before? Does it really matter? You could do it, just do it afterwards, I guess. Mistake number 4, and I knew this was coming, not replacing your toothbrush every 3 months. I'm not thinking, I don't know when's the last time I replaced my toothbrush?
Every 6 months when I go to the dentist,
you get
they
a
give
new
me
one.
a new
But
one.
do you replace it?
Well, the last time I didn't, and then if I've had a cold or the flu and I've just replaced it, I don't.
You don't. If you have a cold and a flu, you do replace it?
Yeah, like in the winter, like say I go to the dentist in February and in January I just had the flu, and like when I had COVID, I threw my toothbrush away.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I thought you meant.
Well, so then in February, I didn't change it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mistake number 5, brushing your teeth immediately after eating certain food and drinks. He said patients make one of the mistakes they often make, is brushing their teeth immediately after consuming sugary or acidy foods, including coffee. She recommends waiting 30 minutes after having these type of food or drinks, and that Waiting prevents the spreading of acids around the mouth, which can accelerate enamel erosion. Mistake number 6, not realizing your diet has an effect on your teeth too. He emphasized that your diet has an effect on your teeth, including very acidic food, lemons, tomatoes, sugary substances like soda, excessive consumption of sugar. Boy, I've been eating a lot of candy lately. I don't know what it is. Something, I don't know what's triggering me. They have 3 Musketeers at work.
Oh, that would be
That's
what's
not
triggering you.
That's my
Go-to.
kryptonite. He says that sugary foods, we know it promotes decay. He said tobacco and alcohol use also can contribute to dental problems. Mistake number 7, putting a wet toothbrush, in a closed case.
Like they put the cap
I
on
do
it.
that.
Do you put a cap on your...
Yeah. Because we've been talking about flushing the toilet
And
after you take a big turd.
Yeah.
And then all the stuff splashes. You see,
But I've
because
closed
you don't
the
close
lid.
the lid. Well, it don't even matter. Didn't they do that on that Mythbusters or something?
Yeah, but I don't know.
And then all that
the fecal
turd crud
matter
was everywhere. It's important never to put a wet toothbrush in a closed case after using it. He said it's an equivalent to creating a breeding ground for bacteria. Well, thank you very much.
They have
Well, I have to do that with. I
lid
did that with
on-
Fenn's thing. I feel bad now because I put the elephant lid.
back on it. Yeah, I do too.
Oh, well, this is one that I do wrong. Mistake number 8, flossing after brushing rather than before. See, I do it after.
I do too, I think.
Oh, no. What happened here? Something happened.
Did you lose your...
I lost my computer. So flossing after.
So you're supposed to floss and then brush.
He says...
So I'm supposed to floss and then mouthwash and then brush.
He says patients should always include flossing, brushing, and tongue scraping into the routine. Flossing before removes all the particles and bacteria that are stuck in between the teeth, which then allows the brushing to irrigate the area, which I guess kind of makes sense. But I'm kind of in a routine now. You know, you get in a routine and
now
you're
I
just
have to floss first.
now I got to floss first. Brushing your teeth, mistake number 9, with charcoal or baking soda.
Baking soda is supposed to be good. Baking soda and peroxide.
Says a very popular thing on social media is using charcoal-based products and baking soda to clean and whiten teeth. However, some experts advise against it. It says baking soda and charcoal-based products are extremely abrasive to the teeth. While they may show short-term results, long-term effects can be very damaging. They can actually erode the outer, more productive layer of your tooth. And that's it. That's the last one. And that was brutal, that one. Some of those were brutal because I'm doing it all wrong. I'm brushing my teeth all wrong. So now what am I going to do?
Keep it up.
I don't
You
want to.
still have all your teeth, so hey.
No, I don't have all my teeth because they pulled that one right here, and I just was supposed to go, and they wanted to put a. This is where it gets me. They wanted to put a rod,
Down
like one
in
of them
there.
little posts, put it to the. Why would I do that with this? With the way my. I mean, seriously. You know what I mean?
Do you have a big gap there, though?
Yeah, right there. Yeah, big enough. You can't see it. I
In
don't
the
open.
back.
I don't open my mouth very wide. I try not to. I try to talk. Well, here I do because if I'm on tape, you won't see because I'll hide behind the microphone. All you'd
That's
see was
true.
my giant nose. You wouldn't have to see anything else. You getting sleepy?
Yeah.
Terry's
I don't
getting
know
sleepy.
why.
She's losing it.
I slept really
We
good
lost her.
last night.
We lost her.
I
She's
took some melatonin and I slept like a rock last night.
So, hey, thanks so much for tuning in. Happy November. We're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about trips coming up. We got Thanksgiving that we're going to talk about, our favorite foods for Thanksgiving, some of our favorite memories. That's coming up this month. I don't know. We're also supposed to be on another podcast with Zach and Sarah on YouTube That should be coming up. We'll give you more information on that. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook or Twitter, Just Talking Out Loud. And make sure you subscribe. We need subscribers. Be a subscriber. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. I was thinking about maybe having people, if they want to subscribe or pay a little extra, we do like an extra podcast with Naughty Terry.
Naughty Terry.
Be a little naughty. No, we won't do that. We like to keep it clean and simple because we're just clean, simple. We're just clean, simple folks. That's all we are. But no, so please subscribe. And, I know what I forgot to do today. I got to do that too. We throw out these little, I don't know, you call them stingers, little bits. Send them out to your friends. Let them see how boring we really are. And maybe it'll just give them something. Hey, we're just trying to lift spirits. I think that's part of what I'm trying to do. Give different ideas, give spirits. Life is rough. Right? Life can be stressful. Life can be, we all get into those grooves. So if we can bring a little smile,
a little chuckle,
give you some goose grease, then we're doing our job, sort of. So don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday we have a new episode. You can follow us on Facebook or Twitter. You can also leave some comments on Spotify and Apple. And I think that's it. So we are out.
Have a blessed week.
Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed today's show.